welcome back to Studioloo. I'm Cindy. So today I have made a bit of progress with these journals. I have a few things that are kind of a new idea that I am working on, so I need to paint this box tonight. So journal number 1, I got it, so yesterday I got the sparkle paint on. It's all dry and I inked around the outside and I got it bound and I got the end papers in. So the end papers are from an original Rainbow Brite book, and I just put the sequin down this side because I thought it would look nice. And I got all of the signatures in with their lovely ruffles. And so now we're just ready to like literally just decorate and get going on the fun part for this journal. It is all bound for signatures. So that one is good to go. This one, I still need to do the sparkle paint on the outside. So I got the end papers in, and they're super cute end papers. And same kind of binding for signatures. Good to go. And all the nice ruffles. They look especially cute with this rainbow, I think. Very sweet. And then the altered book. The altered book's going to be sort of a lot of work, I think. It probably won't get finished until quite some time after the puzzle journals are ready. So that one will post a little later. Just kind of a recap of where I am. I think I showed you this already. I did a piece of art for this pocket. And today, what did I do today? So that was yesterday. I did this today. This is all today. That's just gouache. And this is a digital and some gouache behind it. And then this little journal card, or big journal card actually, is from an original book page. And I put a little pansy on the back because this is the little purple girl and I love her. So that goes in that pocket from the side. And I just put a piece of ribbon there so you could just pull it out. I haven't finished the back of it yet. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to work like throughout the whole journal kind of evenly, and then if I find that there's areas that are getting too bulky, I can take care of that. So I also finished this pocket. I haven't finished the artwork for it yet. I haven't started it, so that's what I got done. I did get the end papers in though. Again, original book page. So yeah, that is what I've done on the Rainbow Brite journals. And so yeah, there's still loads to do. But what I want to do now, I think I'm going to take a moment and just work on painting this box, or at least a part of it. I just need a paintbrush. Okay. So today was another busy day. I had Etsy orders to ship, and so that's all done, thankfully. Post office was busy today. There was a lineup, so I had to wait, which was okay, but every now and then you just gotta wait. I did teach a woman my hack though. She saw me standing behind her at my, 8-foot kind of distance, and she said, "Hey, how come your glasses aren't fogged up?" Because she was wearing glasses and they were all fogged up because it's quite cold outside today. And so I told her about my hack. Basically, I said, take the nose wire of your mask and you put it under the nose bridge on your glasses, and then it prevents your glasses from steaming up. So surely enough, she did it and it works. So I was able to help her out. Sorry, now I'm painting this like weird, just dumping the paint on it, but I don't have my palette. I don't want to go get it. I'm not going to spend the whole time doing this. I just want to do this because I need this box for a project that I'm going to be working on. It's a prototype for something that I want to make. have too much paint? No. Okay, we'll paint this side too. We have enough paint for that. And then I will call it quits on this. Let's get this little hole too. I need my finger there though. Oh dear. Sorry, I'm getting out of frame here. Okay. Okay, now I'm just going to go set this box aside and wash my brush. So I'm just going to pause you. Hold on one second. Okay, I'm back. Just going to get rid of this painty paper here. What should I work on? Maybe I will work on Ephemera, actually. I could also work on the altered book a little bit. Maybe I'll paint a page of the altered book. So actually I could work on Ephemera for the altered book because I need something for this pocket. Where are my digitals? Here they are. Okay. Just push the sewing machine out of the way. Everything is too close to me. Okay, let's get these journals off this table for now. Okay. Here we are. Oh, this is so cute. She's my favorite. I love this Violet girl. Okay, so maybe I will actually do something with this piece of paper. Okay. So much space we have to work with. I could do like a tall tag. I don't want it to extend out of the book though a whole lot. Let me see here how deep this spot is. Yeah, that could work. I'll just trim a bit from the bottom and the top. Where is my ruler? There's my very dead phone. Oh, my phone keeps dying. I swear. It's like every day I get stuck on all of these calls and like they're so battery consuming. Like depending on if you're using like WebEx or Zoom or Teams or all these different applications that people use for endless communication. It's like my phone is just, by the end of the day, it's had it. It's just like, okay, I'm going to go retire now. It's just a lot on the phone. Oops, I'm here. All right, I just want to take the edge off. I'm just going to grab my guillotine for this. So it's just this tiny little bit of book page glue, and I don't want it to interfere with what I'm doing. There we go. Then I guess I'll just chop the top off here while I'm here. A little bit from the bottom. Okay. And I'll see how much space I have to work with now. A little bit. This could also get a little bit wider. I could do something interesting with it. What do I want to do with this? Let me think. So, with it sitting in a pocket like this, it could be a little bit wider. So I could do some kind of like a extended journal card. Like if it was like this, not quite that wide. This is a bad example, but maybe if it was folded and it was a little bit, maybe like this, something like that. Yeah. Yeah, that could be good. Then, okay, let's glue that down. Cover this whole thing in glue because I'm going to be gluing a backing anyhow, so it can all be gluey, it doesn't matter. So we went for a brisk walk tonight in the graveyard that we always walk in. It was chilly, but it was nice to get out. I am going to try to just keep on walking all year long, every day if I can, because I really feel so much better when I get out, no matter what. It's just, it makes a huge difference in how I feel every day. I'm trying to combat the symptoms of like seasonal disorder. Like, I don't know, I don't actually have a diagnosis for SAD or anything, and I don't really feel sad per se, or like I don't have SAD. I definitely don't, but I have sort of a bit of like, I guess just the darkness bothers me. I guess that's the best way of saying it. I don't have the diagnosis though, so I can't say that I actually have the disorder, but sometimes I feel like maybe I do, but then other times I don't. I just think I have some symptoms of it, because the dark definitely makes me like really tired, so it's not fun. But I think bona fide like SAD is probably a lot worse than what I have. Like I don't have a lot of the symptoms, thankfully. I don't know, I think like I used to like winter a lot more when I was a kid than I like it now, and I don't know if it's like because winter just sort of feels different, or it's not like I don't know what it is, but I am starting to feel more like it's getting to be like the holiday season, and that's nice. I think it's the holiday music on the radio that really does it for me. For a while there, I just really wasn't kind of feeling it at all, but I am now. I think I'm definitely feeling it now. So let's cut around this. So Etsy's doing this funny thing with their app. I'd seen a couple of people post about it, but hadn't experienced it myself until today, where like, I think it's their Android app, I don't know, one of them. Definitely my phone is an Android, so it's happened on the Android app one time, where they are clearing out like old orders from like years ago, out of the seller's like order list. I guess like back in, you know, earlier, like whoops, that was just my guillotine, no worries, 2017, they didn't require you to like enter, well, they still don't require you to enter information for shipping, but I think most people probably do. I do. But if you didn't have like that kind of info, or like if someone didn't leave you a review, like they used to keep all that sort of like in a, not an open order, but like just a documented order, but they're getting rid of that now. And so every now and then it sends like an erroneous message to someone letting them know that their order was completed. So that's kind of a pain, because people think, oh, have I been charged for something? I don't recall ordering anything. So I actually had someone message me today about that. So in the event that you ordered from me like years ago, and you received a message that something has shipped to you, don't worry, nothing has shipped and nothing has been charged. I guess it just happens every now and then. Like Etsy did this quite some time ago. Like I think at least a month ago is when I started to see people posting about it, but I didn't see anything. So I don't know if she got that email that long ago and she's just getting in touch with me now and noticed it. But yeah, so that's a thing that happens. So yeah, no worries. I'm just going to stitch around this. Oops, I think we've run out of bobbin thread. So we have. Okay. I need to wind a bobbin. I will do that now. Actually, I think I have a thread right here. Yeah, I do. Okay, we'll just move you over here. Sorry if I'm like super close to the camera right now. I just want to thread my bobbin. So maybe you're getting like a super close-up of my bobbin here. I also don't have my phone, of course, because it's dead. So I can't even see really what my camera is doing. So I apologize if this is a weird video. There we go. Yeah, I definitely like miss all of the modern features that I have on my my Burnett sewing machine when I use this one. Like no self-thread or what? Like no automatic bobbin winding. Oh, it's a little more painful. But it's okay. It does the job. You can't just throw old machines away. You have to use them and use them, because they were created out of lots of plastics and metals and things that need to get used. They have no use in the garbage, or, you know, just gotta make do with stuff. Oy, oh, I just pulled a big hunk of thread out of my sewing machine. I guess was trapped in there. Okay. That's a new one. Sure. Alrighty. There we go. Alright. Back to this. I'll just be another second here. I just have to go down this one side. Okay. No automatic needle cutting or thread cutting. Huh. What is the world coming to? Okay. Now I'm just going to actually sew around those edges that I made too, just to give them a little strength. I always feel like sewing these journal cards, it just makes them so much more finished feeling. Like, I don't always do it, but I often do it. Sometimes it also, if you've got like a thicker backing material, you don't need to necessarily sew, but I sometimes do anyways because I just like how the stitches look. Okay. There we go. So let's just push this up back out of the way. Then do I need to put a ribbon or something on top of this one? Maybe not, because it's got quite a large opening. Well, I just have to actually, I need to just do this here. There we go. That's better. Yeah, I had glued that a little too close earlier and I wanted to fix it and didn't have a chance to. Yeah, I think it's actually fine without a pull because it's pretty open and easy to pull. So that's good. That's done. Now, I'm not going to do the back page right now. Separate. There's a little tiny little piece of glue right there that's sticking. There we go. Now we have this pocket, but it's still a part of that signature, and I want to actually go through the full book working on things first. I don't want to like fill up one spot in the book. Yeah, let's do this one next. Okay. So I think with this one, I'm not going to cover the whole thing with paper. I'm going to gesso the page so that we don't get too bulky. Just grab my gesso here. Oh, and I have to go get my brush. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. That was a slightly longer break, but you didn't even know that because you weren't there. What did I say I was going to do here? I was going to do this pocket, I think. Yeah, because this one, well, this one is in that signature, but now let's go to this one. Or is that fourth? Fourth is also, yeah, we'll do this one. Because the fourth is also a signature. So I can get rid of that. Now let's just give this a press and then gesso this. Is this the brush I need? This is my glue brush. Did I lose my paintbrush? Oh gosh, what's going on in this studio today? Here we go. Here's a paintbrush. It's a little one, but that's okay. Just get the extra water off here. Okay. So let's just do a quick gesso. Just to get rid of all that text. Did I get into the pocket there? A little bit, not bad. Okay. Now just neaten this up. And I like to just kind of cross hatch my paintbrush strokes a little bit. I think it kind of looks a little nicer. There we go. Then that's fine. Okay, so that's good for gesso. And I might try to figure out what do I want to put on this page so that then I can add maybe another color to it. What to do? I really need to use this big page. It's my last big book page. And it's kind of in the way. It's just bigger than everything else and it sticks out. Maybe I will use this little sprite. So I'm just going to move my gesso here out of the way. Move this to the side. Where's my clips? Here they are. I just like to clip my pages so that they don't touch the page that's drying. Okay. Now, what was I doing? I was going to just do a little more fussy cutting around this comic book page of this little guy here. Just to remove a little bit more of this background. Okay. There we go. Let's get rid of these scraps. Then I'm just going to ink around him a little bit. Put these scraps over here. I really need to have a collage day. My scrap bin is just, it's out of control. It's really out of control. But I think I have like a bunch of cards that I already made out of my last little bit of scraps. I really need to make some more like nature journals. I have a lot of ephemera made for nature journals. And I've kind of just been going off on a bit of a tangent. I just want to make some like kind of mixed theme, like interesting artsy kind of journals. And I think that that's probably what I'll do after these themed ones. And then I'll throw in maybe a themed one here or there. I don't know. My mind changes like the weather, so we'll see where it goes. Now I need, so this little guy is pink and red. And so what I want to do is take a little bit of each of those colors, pink and red, and I want to just add some cross hatching to the gesso. So I'm going to use a little bit of this gouache, magenta gouache, and I'm just going to use it as a cap here and just kind of go in and like lightly, like almost like a dry brush, just cross hatch. It's very lightly. Hopefully you can see this. I'll just pull you a little over here. Okay, so that is the pink. Now I will get the red. Just giving it a little shake here. a new bottle of paint. There we go. Okay, there we go. So that's been cross-hatched. I'm going to just probably set this aside for a little bit so that it can fully dry. There we go. I'm trying to decide if I can clip this page maybe to... Yeah, that might be good actually. Just going to grab another clip here, and I'm just going to clip these pages together so that this can have some weight to dry so it doesn't get all rumpled up. Okay, so I will leave this little guy here. He can just wait it out. Then I am going to need another big journal card, so we might as well do that too. I'll use that as my base. Okay. So just set this over here on the drying area. Now we have this. So first thing I need to do is just trim that one side a little bit because we have a little overhang from the comic book. This is a comic book page. Okay, now what to do with this? I wonder if any of these pieces of paper would be suitable backgrounds here. Oh, that's a good pink. That could work. I like this embossed paper, this black embossed paper. I feel like I never want to cover up embossing. It's so pretty. Yeah, I can't cover that up. Maybe because I don't own my own embossing machine, I appreciate embossed paper more. But yeah. So, I think I'm just going to work maybe with this. I don't know if I like it though. Just gonna pull this whole bit up here. Go through it really quick. That's cool. Napkins. I'm just pulling out some potentials here for what might work. I have all this tiny little paper and I need to do something with it. It's like I need to use it for journal card backings or something because most of it is too small. Yeah, I think that's all I have in that larger Boy, size. Sorry, there's just a lot of paper in here. It's hard to shuffle through it all quickly. Yeah, I'll show you what I'm dealing with here. Just this box of random paper. So okay, I think that is all we have in that larger size, because most of this feels like much littler to me, much smaller. Okay, let's get this out of the way. All right, now I just made a big mess here. So, don't like it. Too small. Kind of neutral for Rainbow Brite. Not the right blue. I don't hate that. I don't hate it. I actually think I like that. And I was not expecting to like that one, but I do. I think the green is just, it's like it tones it down a bit. Yeah. That's good. Okay. Let's stick it down before I change my mind. Where is my glue stick? Right there. Okay. Oh gosh. It's getting to be that time of night where my brain, it's worked all day, you know? It's just worked all day and I'm running out of fuel. I really should try to like film in the morning, but when I get down to my office to start my work day, once my husband has done his morning work, he takes over, and with the kiddos, I have to start working. I just usually have a ton of things happening, so I don't have a lot of time during the morning to really take a break to film. So I'm usually doing these videos like after dinner. That's when I'm kind of free to do so, usually during bath time. For the kids, which is like wrapping up right now, I can hear some obvious signs of life upstairs. And then I might just put like another piece of this paper on as a backing, because I have all that small paper. And I might have something cool actually that I can back this with. A little smaller and more neutral. I swear, when I want to find small paper, I find big and vice versa. It's like, what is going on here? Let's just take a stack. Okay. Too small. See, a lot of this stuff is like random. I don't know. That could be fine. Like that size could be fine. Maybe one of these. But I like the blues too. Oh, there's a nice botanical. I just kind of do this whenever there's this kind of paper to just get off anything that's going to come off. It's got a piece of tape on it. Oh, that could be neat. On the green, maybe? Yeah, that's kind of cool, actually. That's a maybe. This is why it takes me so long to make a journal, is I spend so much time, like, hemming and hawing about what to do. Well, at least you know that I do put a lot of heart into them, right? So if you're getting one of my journals, you know it's been made with love, because that's just how I do things. With love and overthought. Okay, let's get this thread out of here. And then I should check the width of this. Whoops. Let's put you over here. The width and also the height, because this is a top pocket. So probably I'm going to trim it down a little bit. Then I need to put a tab on the top because it will need something to pull. Okay, because it's a little shorter than the height of the pocket. So first things first, let's trim this down a little bit. It's very hard paper to tear, it's so thick. Oh, I should have used my guillotine, but now it's too late. I need to do it the same way so that both have that nice torn side. Okay. Be brave, be brave. Okay. Okay, then this one also has to get torn down a little bit. Okay. So I want this centered, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Now we need to stitch around this. Before I get rid of the sewing machine, let me see. So I think I might put a piece of fabric on top. Edge rounder too. Whoops. Popped out of my hand there. Okay. Did I? Yeah, I did them in the wrong. That's better. Now, yeah, I'm going to sew a ruffle to the top, I think. There we go. Anything else for this card? No, I think it's good. I think it's good. So I'm just going to check the status of this paint here and see if it's dry. Almost, not quite. So I will set that aside. And where did my little, there he is, my little guy here. I think he's going to live maybe up here. Yeah, I think he will. I'm actually going to glue him down because that corner is actually dry. And then he won't disappear and go into the wild yonder, because that happens sometimes. Especially with little fussy cut out guys like this. There we go. Then I also think, no, I won't glue this yet. It's not dry enough. I'll leave it alone. It's so tempting, but yeah, that should be good. Okay, let's take a break from this book. So I'm going to do a different kind of project right now. An organizational project. It's slightly scary. So today, in my effort to pack things, hold on. Okay, so here's some of the calamity. This is what happened. These are what we affectionately in the knitting world and crochet and oh yeah, that was worth a yawn. In the crafting, I guess, and art world, we call whips or works in progress. So I have a lot of fabric, and I was thinking of packing up some of it because we are planning a move. So slowly I'm packing a lot of stuff that I don't need, and I thought I would try to pack up some fabric because I have like a few sort of unorganized areas of fabric, whereas I have a really organized fabric cabinet as well, like a couple of them. So I found this, I didn't find it, I've seen it the whole time. I have this enormous basket in my studio. It's probably about like 3.5 feet tall, and it's almost like a large garbage can. It's a huge basket, and I think it was designed to be a laundry hamper. But what I've kept in it, or what I thought I kept in it, was just folded up fabrics. Just that's what was on top anyways. But then when I started to dig, I found this secret shame. A whole bunch of works in progress, and I thought I would just look through and see what the heck is in all these bags, and if I'm going to finish them, I'll let them be. I'll keep them in their project bag, and I will pack them, and I will pick them up at a later date. Or if I'm going to do something else, or if it's just a bunch of supplies in a bag, I want to put them away in my knitting cabinet. So let's tackle this together. So the first thing I found is actually an empty bag, but I wanted to share it. It's like a vintage McDonald's fabric, and it's got like sort of the Hamburglar guys, or little hamburger and Hamburglar guys down here. I mean, it's kind of like pieces, I guess. There's his head, Ronald McDonald's head, and then there's what's his name, Grimace. So how cute is that? I have no idea where I got that from, but yeah, it was in there. So where is my box? Right behind me. So as I go through, things that are getting packed in this box. So let's start with this long, beautiful case knitting bag. Okay, so it looks like we have some Noro. This was from a pair of slippers that I finished. So that means we have all this stuff to put away. So I need like a basket of put away stuff. Maybe, hold on. Okay, let's start with this and see. We'll see how this goes. Well, first of all, this goes in here. I like to keep my little circs in their bags because then I know what size I have and I don't have to like deal with it. Okay, so that will go away. This is some, yeah, those are DPNs. Those are good. A little stitch minder here. Some kind of a red pen. I have no idea why that's even in there. My Noro label, I don't need anymore. Stitch counters. Oh, and these little, look at these little gnome stitch markers. Can you see this? These are ridiculous. They're so cute. I have to put them back. So one has like a gnome and a toadstool. One has a gnome, a toadstool, and a pretzel. Ugh, please ignore my fingers. They're all covered in paint and glue. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that's one empty bag. Done. So let's just put this basket over here. Next, we'll do this one. So, in here we have a pattern. What was I making? Some of these projects actually aren't even mine. They are my ex-boyfriend / good friend, still my good friend, Poppy, whose hat. Oh, that's really cute. Probably, was I gonna start this? I guess. How far did I get? Oh, a cast on. This is depressing. What was I thinking? Because this is beautiful yarn. I think this is like Socks That Rock yarn. No, it's actually not. It's Tanis Fiber Arts yarn. Is peacock colorway. So what do we want to do here? Do I have everything for the whole project in here? I do. I've even got this cute, like, look at this. How does this work? Yeah, see, there's like, he's a robot. How cute. It's a measuring tape. Boop. I have all these adorable accessories and like, they're just all in these random bags. So am I going to knit this Poppy hat? Am I going to? Well, what size was I planning to do this? This is worsted weight. Literally nobody in this house really needs a hat, but just see knitwear design. Newborn 3, 6, 12, 18 months, 2 to 4. I was probably doing this for my daughter. And what size was I gonna do here? I don't know. So, what a conundrum. Let's put this needle back because I'm not using it. And yeah, let's just tear this out because like there's no discernible reason to keep this cast on because like I don't know if it was done, how many stitches I cast on, if any have fallen off in this time. See, don't do this. Don't start a million things and then like leave them because this is what happens. You just, bad things happen. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but it's okay. Oh, come off the needle. All right. I got all this springy yarn to deal with here, but that's okay. It will retrain itself. That's the joy of wool. So I will wrap it here and it will pretty much retrain itself. So what I'll do is I'll take the accessories out of here too. Because there's no reason to keep good accessories hidden away and not in the knitting cabinet so that if I decide to knit something, I come along and I say, I don't have a US 9 circular 5.5mm needle. Yes, I do. Okay, we're back. So the cleanup continues. Let me just set this here. So next is this ugly plastic bag, which I can get this project out of. Because we have project bags to spare. Let's use our friend Ronald McDonald here. Now this yarn is really, Mohairy. I can't remember what I was knitting here. Okay, let's take a look. Looks like it's like a collar of some kind, or the bottom of something, the bottom of a dress maybe. I don't even think I used a pattern. And also I'm wondering, is this twisted? Let's see. No, I think it is twisted. I think we've got like a kind of like a Mobius loop going on here. Okay. You know what though? I think I will just leave that alone anyways. Okay. I'll come back to that another day. I don't think I'm ready to deal with that one. So now it's been rebagged. Okay. Now we have this cute space bag. What is inside here? Oh. All sorts of stuff. Holy cow. Okay. So we have a stitch marker. What is this pattern? Amelia Earhart Aviator Cap. Interesting. I don't know if I will make that actually. I'm not sure. This is gorgeous yarn though. I think this came from my friend in Ireland, because she wanted to send me a very Ireland beautiful yarn. And I made a project. I had like 2 or 3 balls, 4 balls maybe of this. It's like Donegal tweed, like it's very soft. So what I'm going to do is actually just take the yarn and put the yarn back in the bag with the pattern, so that I can look the pattern up on Ravelry later to see what exactly this looks like. And then I'm going to put away all the supplies that are in this bag that go in my knitting cabinet, because there's no reason to keep them. Oh, this is an old Whole Foods card. I used to have a knitting group that I ran out of Whole Foods. It's been a while, but fond memories. Okay. Now we have this bag, which, oh yeah, this is not even my project, but I am going to finish it, because it's amazing. So, dump. Okay, let's just get all this out of here. This is Thrummed Mittens. So, thrumming. So let me just put this one mitten on. This one mitten is finished. It's so beautiful. So this mitten was being knit for me by my friend, and he gave up knitting, and he finished the one mitten, and it's so nice. I'm actually going to pick this up right now and finish these mittens. Oh my gosh. So yeah, these are thrums. So basically what you do is you knit a mitten, and while you're knitting, you are adding pieces of wool, like right here. See that wool? So on the inside, the mitten looks like this, minus this sticky outy needle here. But yeah, it looks all woolly inside. These are the warmest, most amazing mittens, and I need to put this needle back in these stitches, because it looks like there's not even a whole lot of work left on these. I almost wonder why they weren't finished. Okay. And And there's the spot for the thumb. It's been marked. So yeah, I'm going to finish these. This is literally the project I'm going to do like ASAP. I'm so happy I found this. I can't even begin. So I will actually just poke these back in here. It's a good place to keep your extra needles. And then take this whole thing and put it in here. Straight. Good. Okay. I'm literally just going to put everything back in because I know I have to decrease. So that might require a couple of needle changes. Stitch markers, the finished mitten. Okay. That is getting done this week. Next project. Yes. See, some good can come of things. This bag is like a Superman bag. This, I think, also was my ex-boyfriend / friend. Oh, this is the wool. Okay. So it stays in there too. He had it smart, kept it in a separate bag so it wouldn't get all smushed in with everything. So I will cinch that up and I will set it over here to finish. Okay, we've got 3 to go. Chicken bag. Chicken bag is next. Big heavy zipper on this bag. Oh, wow. This is just beautiful yarns. Okay. So, I don't know what I was doing, but this is an old skein of my hand-dyed candy sprinkles yarn. Yum. And then some nice brown yarn and 2 skeins of this Knit Picks gloss. I don't know what I was planning here. Possibly like a colorway shawl, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to stick the Noro that we found before right in this bag. And I'm just going to zip this back up because my yarn stash is packed. So I'm actually just going to leave it there and I'll come back to it after, probably after we move. Oh, I know what this is, and I'm just going to leave this right where it is. This is a shawl that is made out of this beautiful yarn. This is hard to deal with yarn though. Oh my gosh. It gets tangled really easily. So I'm just going to leave that alone and come back to it after. Okay, and last one. Actually, it's not the last one. I have more. This, I think, again, this is a project I adopted from my friend. He was knitting, yeah, he was knitting tribute socks, knitty. That could probably get ripped or continued. The trouble is, this is a beautiful yarn. It's smushy, Dream & Color smushy. The trouble with this project is I don't know where he left off. There's no stitch counter in here. I hate to waste this beautiful project. And it's got a, yeah, it's got a lifeline in it. I'm just going to put this away. I need to think about that one. So this is how we end up with a lot of projects, because we just go, I'll deal with that later. But I will deal with all this. Okay. We have a few more things. This is like a purse of mine from years ago. Oh my gosh. So let's just finish. We'll just finish this up. Okay, so that's my Ravelry bag. I'm going to fold it up and put it away. Now, what's on top here? This cute Ravelry bag. We have a skein of Alpaca Love and some needles and a cable hook. All my cable hooks have been like, excuse me, packed up. I feel like this project, Orchids and Fairy Lights. Yeah, I already finished this project. I made the Orchids and Fairy Lights hat by Tiny Owl Knits. I already made it out of this wool. So this is just extra wool. So I'm going to put the notions away. And I'll keep the pattern and the yarn in the bag and I will pack it up as is. And it will get redistributed to my stash. Then this orange bag. It looks like a pattern, needles, And my main accessory dog tag chain thing that I always use, that needs to definitely go back. All this does. And what is this pattern? Looks like that's the yarn tag Collinette. Probably something I finished knitting and I just was like I didn't put away the monkey socks. Yeah, I don't need to keep that pattern or that label. So that is one thing done. This bird bag, we have a piece of styrofoam. I must have been felting. Oh, this is like this looks like felting supplies. Like I was traveling with felting supplies and scissors, which I could use, honestly. I'm just going to put this stuff away and pack the bag up. Then this little yellow bag, what's in here? Oh, okay. This is bamboo yarn that I dyed ages ago. And these needles, I'm definitely going to pull this out because I don't want to knit what I was knitting on here. So that needle will go away. And then we'll take this off this little thing. My goodness. I don't want to deal with you. Oh, this is a really tight cast on. And these needles are very sharp. You know what I think? I'm just going to cut the yarn and then see if I can slide it off a little faster here. This is the tightest cast on. Gosh. I'm really glad I didn't do this project, whatever it was. I don't even know if I cast this on or if it was somebody else. I end up adopting a lot of projects where like someone has said to me, oh, I messed this up, or I cast this on too tight, can you fix it? And then maybe it just never got done. That's what I think. Oh, that was painful. Okay. So now we have a yarn, but I can put this needle away, and that is a good thing. Because these are little 2.5 millimeter circs. There we go. And I'll just keep the yarn in the bag, and it will get re-sorted out later. But we gained a pair of scissors, and that's exciting. Now this last Ravelry bag, it's got something more going on inside it here. Oh, it looks like it's some of my, oh, another pair of scissors, thick ones too. This is some of my strange art that I make. You know me, my hyper wild embroidery. So actually I love this, and I think I will try to finish it up. That's pretty fun. Yeah. I remember working on this. It's like a few years old, a couple years old anyway. Okay, and I guess I just had some goodies in there. Look at this nice yarn. Yeah, I'm going to finish that up. That's a good project to do. I like this. This little old Medela buttons. How cute. Okay, let's pack that back up. We'll keep that out and we'll finish it. Alright, so I gained 2 projects to do for this year. I gained 2 pairs of scissors. I mean, hello, that's awesome. Oh, and I still have this purse. No, this is literally my purse. Let's just dump it out. Let's just see what kind of scary things go on in here. Alright. Oh, this is so cool. This is this old Frigidaire ruler. So it's like a magic yardstick, and it's metal, and like basically you can straighten it out, but then like you can fold it and it will roll back up. How amazing is that? Isn't that great? I'm gonna put that away. I got this like wild hair thing. Oh, some old makeup to deal with. Oh, old hauls. We'll just throw those away. Oh, I must have had a lot of sore throats those days. Phew. Old hauls. Oh my gosh. These are like my headphones from a long time ago. I could use those maybe. Oh, some old gum. How many hauls does this woman need? My God, hey, look at this. This is like a step counter and a USB stick and a pen. Oh, a peridot necklace. Yeah. Okay, so the rest of this stuff needs to just get sorted out upstairs, I think. Brett's and whatnot. Garbage, more garbage. What is this? Host a potluck and we'll bring the music. Hip hop mixed with folk and a healthy dose of soul. The Runaway. Interesting. MySpace. This must have been a while ago. Well, I have a receipt. Let's see. How old is this? Crest Lawn. When was I? Where was I? Where did this come from? I don't know, but it's my old bank. Okay, so that is a little tidbit into my old history. That's that, though. All right, we did it. We cleaned something. Okay, I'm going to let you go now. I have kept you hostage here watching me clean, and no mother should do that. No good YouTube mother should do that. So run away, run away. Thank you for joining me. All my social media information is down below in the box. Have a super good night. I feel lighter and better. I cleaned up a bunch of stuff and now it begins again. We have to put all this away. So you have fun. I will clean. Bye.